Yo, good afternoon. Welcome to the OddsShopper Snipe Session MLB NBA boosted parlays. As we do, it's going to be fun. It's a good one. Now, tomorrow, you got 2 basketball games. You got like 15 baseball games, but we still got playoff basketball. We got a bunch of baseball today. That Rockies-Mets game moved up, by the way, due to, potentially inclement weather. So that's going to be a 5:40 Eastern time game. But I'm ready to get things going today. Maybe we'll even dabble with a hockey parlay as well. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a good April. You can see it on the thumbnail too. Solid April for us. Last couple of days could have been better, truthfully. I think it was Thursday, Friday. Got mostly blanked outside of like a stolen base prop, but still 58% ROI on this show with our boosted parlays across the month. That's going to be hard to beat, but we're going to do everything we can to beat it this month in May. So let's get into it, baby. As always, if you don't mind, take a second to atone for your sins this afternoon. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. It goes a long way. Appreciate you guys for that in advance. And I do this at the start of every month, by the way. We have to absolutely shout out all of the OddsShopper Hall of Fame winners, at least the ones that submitted. Matty Roush, almost a grand up in May. We had another one, Purdue Pat, with a massive, this is crazy. Can you guess when I said, you know what, this is the wrong one. Where am I? No. I got to find the ones from, I'll find them later. We had like a bunch of people with really big months. So that was from a while ago. Let me find the good ones and I'll show you. Either way, I could tell you this much. It was a very good month at OddsShopper. For us, even if you're just sitting here going along with the show, placing the bets here, that's another one. But yeah, let's dive into it. So here's what we got going. We got a lot of boosted parlays today. MLB, we got some NBA stuff as always. We also have some home runs. I'm thinking today is going to be a Bet365 home run round robin. Who's with me? It's odd. I haven't seen Dr. Queso in a while. He's usually the one that wants to rip that. If you haven't yet, okay? If you haven't done one yet, we may have to do one today. The reason being, there are some good bets right now up on Bet365. Now, Michael Harris, I believe I actually bet this one at plus 625, but still plus 575 on Bet365. A spot that I absolutely want to take advantage of. Is it a good matchup? No, not even a particularly good park, but Logan Gilbert has not been the same this season, and we're getting crazy odds on that. So we'll start it off with one out of the gate. What do you say? And yes, Javante, Sixers, crazy work. I did not see that coming, man. I really didn't, but I'm happy about it. Moving on to the conference semifinals. Very cool stuff. 365 Atlanta game. If I can find some decent bets there, we will do it. And for those of you guys curious, as we get this show started today, we've got the 30% NBA boost on Bet365. We have a 30% MLB boost as well. On FanDuel, we've got our mystery spot. Parm again, congrats to your Sixers. Yeah, man, thanks. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. And the Flyers get the victory on the series. It looks like they're going to get mopped up in this one against Carolina. All right, FanDuel MLB wildcard. What are we going with here? I'm going to claim it now. It's got the 4 squares, of course, right? We got the 4 squares on there. Let's claim the top right. We've got, give me something good here. 30% boost on anything. That's fine. We're probably going to take it on a home run. We also have 25% profit boost for the NBA games. So that works. And then moving on over to DraftKings, just to set the table here, we'll start placing bets. But by the way, while I read these off, all those bets on the screen, there are some good plus EV spots there over on the OddsShopper odds screen that I've got pulled up, selected our edge books, and we are in business. Okay? This Michael Harris one is popping big time right now. The other one that I want to grab is this Jack Caglione one. Plus 525 today. Plus 477 true odds. All of these sharp books are nowhere close to that. I was thinking we used that with Michael Harris and Jorge Soler, even though Davis Martin's been pretty decent against righties, but it's a good park. Winds blowing out, double-digit miles per hour at Angel Stadium. So that you can get me interested there. And dude, Fernando Tatis 7-1. I don't know. I don't know how many times we're going to bet this guy and he just doesn't homer. Still none on the season. Yes, I'll go back to the well on Fernando Tatis today. Why? Because you have to. That's all. Gunnar Henderson against Cam Schlittler plus 500 in that spot. Wind's blowing out at Yankee Stadium a little bit too. Pete Crow Armstrong plus 425 on BetMGM. And in case you guys were unaware, massive winds blowing out at Wrigley today. 16 plus miles per hour, 11.5 run total. Huge total there. So that's a big one for sure. 25% profit boost on DraftKings, 20% profit boost on MLB, 20% NHL boost pack. All right. Yo, they also have the daily Grand Slam. Why don't we kick it off with that? Let's have a little bit of fun with that. Let's boost that. So if you guys know what this is, you bet $5 on a home run, and if they hit a Grand Slam, you get your share. So what do you guys say we started with that? Give me, let's start tossing some names out there. Let's start throwing some names around for the Grand Slam. Okay? I think we should. Because I mean, at this point, we don't necessarily need it to be really plus EV. We don't want it to be bad, right? But are there guys out there that we think have the highest likelihood of hitting a Grand Slam? Now, also, here's the problem. When you do something like this, same with King of the End Zone, same with King of the Court, whenever you're betting these type of promos, you have to, any of you guys play daily fantasy sports, any of you play DFS? DFS with tournaments, right, is a little bit different. In the sense that, like, there might be a guy that's the best projected player, but if everyone else is going to play him, you may not want to be overweight. You may not want to have too much. Same thing goes with this. So say it's like, oh man, the Cubs, is everybody just going to pile on to, say, Suzuki or something? If that's the case, we don't want that. We don't want to split $1 million, 10,000 ways. That does us no good whatsoever. Suzuki might have been a bad example, but you know what I'm saying. Just take somebody from Chicago that hits a lot of home runs. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter, right? Nobody's really hit that many home runs for them this year, but you get my point, right? They're going to be really popular today. So we're going to try and find the team and a player that isn't particularly popular to get us a Grand Slam. So yeah, we've got all those boosts working for us, and we're going to have to do it that way. Esau, I'm here, Laffy, but I'm in the middle of a godforsaken move. I hate moving. Yeah, dude, it's the worst. Hopefully this can, help ease some of that pain. Moving sucks. J-Man, okay, Freeman's been a target for me when doing the Grand Slam promo, sure. Devontae, the Bush and Suzuki homer. Yeah, again, I think a lot of the books are going to be pretty closely aligned on those, and I can tell you right now, yeah, look at this. These books are pretty closely aligned on Suzuki. Not surprising, right? Because, and then same with these. Look, all in that, and then underdog that is thievery, plus 188. Whenever you get a spot like this, and I tell you guys this a lot, like whenever you get those type of spots, and it's a big total and everyone's piling on, and every Twitter expert out there, or capper, I hate that word, is piling on to them, you're going to start to see the no real edges on a lot of those spots. So who do we like that could hit us a Grand Slam today, but also is in a good spot and has quality enough odds on DraftKings? That's really what it is. Like Bregman plus 397, I would at least entertain that, but it's still not a good bet, in my opinion. Aranda, okay, that's an interesting one. Ian Happ, 2 hits, runs, RBIs. We can look into that in a second. You've never played a home run prop? Well, welcome home, brother. Welcome home, because we're going to play plenty of them today. Clement? Yeah, absolutely a dark horse. Who's he even going up against? Is that one of the 6 o'clock games? Yeah. Ernie Clement? Dude, no, honestly, if we did that, we would be literally the only ones to do it. We'd be the only ones on earth playing Ernie Clement today. That's the truth. What a lot of people are going to do, and I'll show you guys this right now. Like a lot of people will probably just go into, say, Fangraphs or something, right, and start looking at what we've got here, and it's like, all right, well, what do we have? So today's pitchers. Oh, actually, what I really should have done is gone into today's pitchers, but they hide it. Let me see if I can find it. I think it used to be under scores. Yeah, probable pitchers. There we go. I don't know why they hide it under that. It's very odd. But you can go in and you can see all of like the home runs per 9 rates for these guys, you name it. So like, here you go. Ready? Home runs per 9. We can look against lefties, righties, all that good stuff. Ryan Weiss, Eric Lauer, J.R. Ritchie, Kyle Leahy, Aaron Nola. You know what I wouldn't mind doing, honestly? Looking at a guy against Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola will give up power, and still I don't think a lot of people want to pick on him. Now, granted, well, that's not true that the odds are terrible on home runs. The odds are terrible for sure if you're not shopping them, if you're not using edge books. But this is why we use this odds screen. Because we're going to be able to find not only where we're getting the best odds, but what the true odds are as well. So with Michael Harris, if we're using 4 sharp books as our sharp sources, and we're getting plus 477 true odds, and FanDuel's at plus 370, Bet Online at plus 350, Bookmaker plus 410, Penny's at 506, but still plus 575 on Bet365. That's objectively a good bet, whether the matchup's good or not. So anyway. What about this matchup against Aaron Nola? I may honestly do it. I think I will. Let me go into matchups here. Let's go into the matchups. Athletics, Phillies, going to be 70 plus degrees, by the way. And now we just want to see if we can find some homers from this game. If it'll cooperate. Why won't it cooperate with me? What the hell's going on here? Why is that? So, okay. It's Miami Marlins. What's this? The last game of, is this a 4-game set, right? Yeah, it's not true. I mean, I know that's your opinion, but it's not a bad betting strategy to bet home runs. If your betting strategy is bad, then it's a bad strategy to bet home runs. But then it's a bad strategy to bet anything. Marcy, you want to go with Marcy? I'll do it. I mean, and then the other thing is like, do you want towards the top of the order? Do you not care? I mean, do you want further back? It doesn't really matter, I don't think. What's Jacob Marcy's? What are the odds on him? Plus 950? Ah, good call. All right. Better odds than every other book. I'm going to do it. It's a ridiculous bet, but we're going to do it. And ridiculous, I mean in a good way. Look, at the end of the day, if you're going with these Cubs guys, that's fine. But just know that, you're going to be collecting like $15 if yours wins. You know how shitty that would be if you actually win on a crazy Grand Slam promo. You actually win and it doesn't matter because you don't get paid anything. You have to be different. That's like taking Nikola Jokic for the most PRA. Like, okay, cool. Everybody gets $7 when you grab him or Luka Doncic and they end up winning. It makes no difference whatsoever. But I'm okay with it. Yeah, look, if you want to take the good odds, do it. Do whatever you want. But yeah, you won 1,200 on Durant, King of the Court. That's what I'm talking about. The most I've had was like 500 or something when I bet a defense for King of the End Zone. That was a good one. So, all right, let's get into our boosts here. Should we go to the prop tool and grab ourselves some boosted parlays? I think so. We got a 30% boost on Bet365. Let's hammer this one. We had really good success the past couple of weeks. I think we hit 2 out of 9, which is a massive win. Massive ROI when we're getting them at 10-1. So it has to be a same game parlay. First thing we got to do is find the game that looks best. Now this one looks okay. Grand Parlay over a single. Okay. Brandon Marsh to record a walk. Oh, this could get interesting. All right, we might go Philly here. Might go Philly, Miami. This game has some options too. All right. Trying to see where else we look at. Probably not this Yankees game. Cleveland, okay. Vinny Pasquantino to record a single. If we went with that, Michael Massey over a single. See, they're all from the same team. The odds won't be good enough. We're going to get crushed on the correlation there. I like to mix up teams for obvious reasons, right? Let's see if we have ones where like both teams are popping as plus EV spots. That's pretty much. Dude, you don't have to. No one's telling you got to bet home runs, dude. Oh, here's an okay one. Look at this. Why don't we go Mets, Colorado? Juan Soto, no walks. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Mets, Colorado. It's an early game too. We can have a fun sweat before all the other ones get started. And we're going to go. Oh, wow. Jordan Beck not to record a run. And as always, the one thing that we care about too here is, are we getting better odds than the rest of the market? And in this case, we are. You know, like our originated projections look good, but also when you look at the market projections on these, they look good as well. Best odds, Bet365. There you go. Juan Soto with these with the underwalk plus 150. Best odds out of any other book. So I think I'm gonna go with this game. And man, no one ever wants to bet unders at Coors Field. Which, by the way, I don't agree with that at all. And then we're going to go Bo Bichette under a run. Maybe Sagano comes out today and deals. Also, the Mets offense hasn't been good at all. So I'm not like all that scared about this spot, you know? And of course, I can pull this up for you guys. I can, if you're not a premium user, if you don't use the tools, I can scroll here, let you guys see some of the bets that are up if you wanted to bet them while I place this bet. So if there's anything that jumps out to you, feel free to bet that as well. A lot of good bets on the board right now. This Philly-Miami game too. So yeah, this game has moved up to 540 because the weather could be a problem here. So I'm going to go Soto not to record a walk. We're getting better odds here than anywhere else. So that already puts us in a good spot. Now, granted, it's plus money, okay? It's a plus money spot. And did he get pulled? Did the Soto spot get pulled? That's weird. Is he not? Did the lineup come out? Is he not in the lineup? He is. We may have to recalibrate, go with a different game. That's odd. Let's go with the Philly game. Yeah, all right. Let's go with a mega long shot in the Philly game. Brandon Marsh to record a walk. Why the hell not? Yeah, we're going to go. Nah. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to go with a mega long shot here. Why not? It's an early game too, 640. We're going to go Brandon Marsh to record a walk. Obviously, guys, size these appropriately because this bet probably does not win. In case anyone was wondering. I mean, that's a plus 300. On Cassie is plus 185 to record a single. Okay. And then we're going to go Grand Pauly to also record a single. And we're going to boost it 30%. So with that, and I'm just obviously not a huge fan of Aaron Nola, so I don't mind picking on him a little bit at all. That gets us to plus 2,900 before the boost. 30% boost on that. And that, 20 to win, 774. All right, we haven't done a big one like that, but why not start the month off with something nice? How about that? Yeah. You took the Colorado. Yeah, okay. What's the play? Is it not up there on the screen for you? Hold on. It was, wasn't it? I had Paulie over a single, Casey over a single to record a single, and Brandon Marsh to record a walk. This is all from the prop tool right here. So if nothing else, we're getting better odds than the rest of the market. Plus 195 on that. You're looking at some of these other books, nowhere close. FanDuel's at plus 145. That's what we care about, right? We want our market projections to align with our originated projections as well. And then you have Casey here at plus 185. FanDuel's at plus 155. Again, better odds than anywhere else. And then Brandon Marsh, the walk, plus 300. Look at this. These other books, DraftKings is at plus 190 here. So is this one of these spots that probably doesn't hit? Yeah, it's a massive long shot, but why else are we here? We're here to bet. We're here to bet these boosted parlays. All right. And now the other thing is, I think we go and knock out our NBA same game parlay on Bet365 as well. What do you say? Go a little three-legger here. Three-leg same game parlay. Bet365 has had our number on NBA recently, and we've become so close on a lot of these. So ridiculously close recently. Still a positive month overall betting these same game parlays by far. 58% ROI we had this month. Can't beat that when you're boosting parlays. I mean, you can, but I'm saying just doing a show, us just hanging out Monday through Friday and boosting parlays, if you bet all of them, and we're going straight off the tools here, you already know. All right, so we have a few, hold on a second. Let me revert this back to like a 50-50 blend within the tool. We have a few really high EV spots. You know what else is very interesting about this, guys, is now, unlike last week and unlike, the week before, we have new series. So this, I think, is where originations can really come in handy, like in a big way, right? Because where you've got like a game 5 and 6 and 7 and stuff, we've already seen most of it. Now, like Vucevic being a DNP and then Jason Tatum not playing, obviously that can throw a wrench into the works. But for the most part, you know what most rotations will look like. And I know, like Minnesota too. Minnesota had a bunch of injuries, so there's definitely spots where things change. But Joel Embiid under 5.5 assists at minus 140. He's been dishing the ball really well lately, but under 5.5 is a good number. Every other book's at 4.5. Let's add that one in there. I also have no idea what's going on with Joel Embiid's knee. He had his, and people go, oh, he's always hurt, this and that. Yeah, first of all, I was very happy to see Joel Embiid get a Game 7 win. Very happy. Not just because I'm a Sixers fan, but in general. Just talk about him flopping, do whatever you want, that's fine. But he can't control the fact that his own players pushed opposing players into his knee twice in the same quarter. Guy has bad luck. Like, he can't control appendicitis. Sure, maybe too much Chick-fil-A and Shirley Temples over the years got to him. But you can't control that type of stuff. So much of it is just very unfortunate. So let's see what we can do here. And of course, guys, you ever want to check these tools out, the link in the description, the prop tool will get you a discount. If you wanted to grab all of the OddsShopper tools, right? The new liquidity tool that we have, which is honestly incredible. I think I showed you the other day, but Eric Kim, who helped me develop this, was up 40 units last week using this. You can see where all the sharp money is, and you can see who's creating arbitrage opportunities. You have all of the in-game bets as well. We have live in-game plus EV bets. A lot of opportunities there. Portfolio AV, you have the odd screen, in-game ARBs, live ARBs. So if that's something you haven't checked out yet, Fellas, it's time. 50% off. Link in the description. 50% off any week, any month, whether it's core or max. And if you're a new user, you get your first week trial free anyway. But if you're a returning user and you've tried it before and you're not a user anymore, it is so much better and different than it was even a couple of months ago. I genuinely think you are going to love everything we've got going on over here. You can find all of your bets every single day from all of the different suite of tools that we have within the OddsShopper tools. All right, so if we go back to this and we go Joel Embiid under 5.5 dimes. Parmageddon, can Andre Drummond get 1 assist? Dude, I tell you, man, I don't know. They might need to play him. I don't know if Adem Bona is going to play more. Andre Drummond, whenever he's out there, it just feels like the wheels are going to fall off. It's scary. Joel Embiid's presence, injured or not, is so impactful. Do I think Drummond can get 1 assist? Yes, I think he could probably get 1 assist, but I do not anticipate him playing a ton of minutes. So we're going to save our same game parlay plus for DraftKings and FanDuel. We'll be able to mix and match these games. Let's go with the Philly game, though. We'll go Joel Embiid, under 5.5 assists. OG Anunoby here, under 6.5 rebounds we could go with. Is there anything that lines up well with the market? OG Anunoby over 1.5 assists. Looks okay. I'm going to go Anunoby under 6.5 rebounds here. Our projections really like this spot today. We got him at 5.7. So, I mean, good enough. 13.5 EV, right? Minus 105. FanDuel's at minus 114. DraftKings at minus 127. All of these other books. Penny's at minus 112. So we're still getting better odds than the rest of the market. We'll take it. And then to wrap this one up, let's go Karl Anthony Towns under 3.5 assists. It's a risky one, no doubt, but we're going to grab under 3.5 assists. Now, other books at 4.5. And I know Towns has been dishing out dimes. Maybe we can look elsewhere. If you guys aren't on board with this one, we could go Anunoby over 2.5 or over 1.5 assists. You know, there's always room for reverse correlation plays there. If Bet365 factors it that way, we could try that. Like we could go Anunoby over 1.5 assists, right? And then we can go under 6.5 rebounds and see how that plays out. That's what I'm going to bet. As always, you guys can see all the other bets on the board. I'll pull up Minnesota, San Antonio, so you can see the other plus EV spots while I bet this one. Even if you're not a premium sub, I always try and give you as much, as much good info each day as possible. If you're coming and hanging out, good stuff. Obviously, love to have you in Discord. Love to see you profit with these tools. A lot of our users had a really big April, which was awesome to see. When you work so hard to develop a lot of these tools, it's awesome to see the people coming in and reaping the benefits and putting some faith in them, Joel Embiid under 5.5 dimes. OG Anunoby under rebounds. That's under 6.5, right? Yep, under 6.5 rebounds. So we got a double under and then one over on Anunoby here. So Anunoby under 6.5 boards at minus 105. And then we're going to go over 1.5 assists for OG. And that's going to give us a 30% boost, right? Which works for me. So that's at plus 525 before the boost. Okay. We get that to plus 676. Good. Very good. Mitch Robinson under 1 block. Yeah, it's always hard to say what these guys, what the playing time is going to look like with these guys in a brand new series. I would be interested to see if we pulled up the odds screen if there was any edge on like a Mitchell Robinson or Robinson blocks. Let's see. NBA player props. Let's go to the block market. So under a block plus 169 on DraftKings, plus 165 on Bet365. I don't know. I mean, if you're grabbing it, the best numbers on DraftKings. That's hard. Honestly, it's a spot that I'm not in love with because while the Sixers do shoot a lot of threes, they have a lot of guys that drive to the rim as well, right? Like Maxey and Edgecombe and stuff. They're not like Boston that just jams three-pointers no matter what. But that's honestly just off the top of my head. I couldn't really tell you whether or not that's a spot that I would bet or not. Josh Hart, double-double or triple-double? I don't know. Do we have the double-double market here? Yeah, we do. This is what's great about the odds screen. Pull it all up right here. Would you say Josh Hart? All right, where's the best number there? Plus 310 on Bet365 and BetMGM if you like that. If you wanted to triple-double, and I'm not saying there's a plus EV bet, by the way. Oh, Tyrod Taylor signing with the Packers. Get rid of Malik Willis, bring in Tyrod Taylor. Josh Hart triple-double plus 3,500 on FanDuel and Bet365. You know? All right, I want to go back to DraftKings here, okay? Let's go back to DK for a second and grab our boost there. I think we're going to find actually some really good opportunities. Before we do, though, for those of you guys that jumped in late, if you want to see what we got working in the home run market right now, Michael Harris, I bet that at plus 625. Still a decent number. Come down here a little bit. Jack Caglione. This is an interesting one, too. All right. In that spot, the weather in that game right now is winds blowing out, potential weather, but 79 degrees at a park where they just changed the park dimensions to make it far more homer friendly. That could be good. I may be willing to jump on that, honestly. Yeah. Plus 525. I mean, you look at FanDuel plus 410, Bookmaker plus 420. Some of these other books are genuinely nowhere close to that one. Makes me like it. I know Tanner Bybee's a quality pitcher, but he hasn't been, you know, he is good. Don't get me wrong. But he's no stranger to giving up a little bit of pop either. I'm going to bet that right now, as a matter of fact, plus 525. That's in the Kansas City game, by the way, Jack Caglione. For those of you who want to bet that. Plus 525. All right, locked in. I got a few home run bets already today. We're in business. Now, here's what else we're going to do. I want to go to DraftKings and grab a same game parlay plus and take advantage of this boost. Okay, so let's do that. Let's grab the boost on DraftKings, same game parlay plus, right? And I want to make sure that that's what it is. So profit boost every game. Here we go. It is probably 4 legs for me. Let me know if it's the same for you guys. Is it going to be the 4-leg boost? Probably is. For me, it is minimum 4 legs plus 300 or longer. That's fine. We can live with that, right? We can live with that. So let's go and just go to DraftKings. What we're gonna do here is we're going to go heavier towards origination. We're gonna go like 70-30 here. All right. And then we're going to take both games. It doesn't matter. We don't need them all from the same game. So we're just going to take both games. Boss Bro, we're going to go NBA here, and then we'll see if we can find an NBA one or MLB on DraftKings. But I want to go NBA first. We got 25% boost. Okay. So let's go. Now, we already bet Towns under 3.5 assists. Do we want to? Oh, no, we didn't. We actually faded that one. And we went with OG Anunoby over on assists, right? So we can take Towns under 4.5 assists here. You're getting the best number that's out there. Let me throw this in as a placeholder. Maybe we can move off of it. Maybe not. Joel Embiid, we already got better odds there on Bet365, so we're not going to grab that. Mitchell Robinson under 5.5 points. Very interesting spot, seeing that they're at minus 108, and every other spot is at minus 104 or minus 104, even money. Mitchell, this might actually be a great spot for us to hit today. Yeah, lines up with the market projections. It lines up with our projections. It's been a dagger to me for some reason. I can't get Mitchell Robinson bets right, but I'm going to go back to the well here because I don't care what's happened in the past. All right. And then we could go Wemby under threes. We need two more. Drummond under 2.5 points is crazy. Not that the bet itself is crazy, but I just despise that sweat. Although, truthfully, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play much at all. Where are the other books at here? FanDuel's at minus 140. Caesars minus 148. We're getting minus 126. You guys want to do it? You want to go under 2.5 points on Andre Drummond? I mean, we could do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Or we could pull two from the other game. But I don't know if we want to. I kind of just want to grab the best bets on the board. And this is one of them. Like Andre Drummond under 2.5 points looks really good. I'm going to do it. I would not be surprised if he doesn't play much. And then I'm going Wemby under 2.5 threes. That's going to be it. I'll zoom out so you guys can see this. Towns under 4.5 assists. Robinson under 5.5 points. Drummond under 2.5 points. A 4 unders. A little Grinch parlay for you. Soon you guys are going to come to love these. We're going to grab the boost here. It's a 25% boost, which means that we're going to take this up to plus 971 and lock that in. Boom. Done. Easy enough. Now, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an insane sweat for the Andre Drummond one. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Look, well, here's the thing, boss, bro. You said one Embiid fall from that being dead. I don't disagree. But also, I don't really care because I'm never going to play Joel Embiid at this stage of the game. Like, I don't think you guys will disagree with me on this. He's not coming out unless he legitimately can't play. He's not. The guy, say what you want about him. If you watch that game 7 and game 6, his mindset is so much different than it's been. Like, he's not coming out unless he's not going to come out unless he can't play. Now, like, is Embiid playing today? I'd be shocked if he didn't. It's crazy that they scheduled this game only 2 days after. That they scheduled this only 2 days after the Sixers won. But I would think he plays. He's listed as probable. And they listed him with it's a hip, by the way. So, dude, look, the guy, he's pieced together with duct tape. Did you see him on the sidelines at the one point? It looks like he was a corpse. And they were just like holding up his lifeless body. But no, they were stretching him out. But look, boss bro, you're not wrong. But also, it's a boost. We're limited on these boosts anyway. I have no problem taking shots on these boosts at all. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to grab that boost. And then let's go to FanDuel and grab our boost on that. We're still working through all of these. But yeah, dude, it looked like he was DEAD. Can't say this on YouTube anymore. It's like they just... Don't get me started. All right. We're going 80% or 75% origination. FanDuel, a sharper book, particularly for NBA. There's no doubt about that. We have a 3-leg. We need 3 legs for this one. All right. You got to grab a 3-leg same game plus or X, whatever they call it, parlay. So what we're going to do in this instance, VJ Edgecombe under 1.5 threes. He's just been ripping threes lately, but sometimes he's so off that it doesn't matter. We already bet Embiid under 5.5 assists, and we got a much better number on Bet365, like way better than FanDuel. So we're not doing that. Wemby, we bet threes already. Now, here's a good one. Andre Drummond over 2.5 rebounds. They're really not looking to him to score, and why would they? But while he's out there, he's probably going to be picking up boards. So if we want to do this, guys, if we're talking about the potential injuries, like we can go Drummond over on rebounds, right? If you want to hedge here a little bit on the other side, you can go back to Embiid under assists. Now, granted, do you want to play this one with the idea that Embiid could get hurt? I mean, it's not the craziest idea. We're not getting the best odds, but with a 30% boost, we'll be fine. We'll be clear of that number. We'll be fine. You could do that, and then we could pull up. Like, do we have any overs for the rest of these Sixers? Because that's what we would need. We'd need some like Maxey over. Well, I don't love Maxey over rebounds. I don't think his rebounding is really all that affected by Andre Drummond. All right, let's just go Embiid under assists, Drummond over rebounds, and then pull one from the other game. Like Jaden McDaniels over 4.5 rebounds. That'll work for us. Now, of course, we are waiting on injury news, right, in that game. So we already, McDaniel's going to play a lot anyway, and I'm not super worried about rebounds when it comes to like Anthony Edwards and Aya DeSunmu. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I think Edwards is going to try and play in a game like this. Now the spread would suggest otherwise. What I saw, what's the spread? Someone tell me what the spread is, because earlier or last night when I looked, it was like something crazy, like 13.5 or something ridiculous. And then DeSuma's questionable. I'm okay with Jaden McDaniels here. Let's lock this one in. So we're going to be able to boost it 25%. Get us to plus 523. That works. Yeah, what is the spread on that game now? 11.5. I think it was 13.5 last night. Man, the Thunder's-Lakers game tomorrow is 16. Unbelievable. So many huge spreads going into the second round. Yeah. No, so just to point this out, and I get this, people mention this a lot. Parmageddon, the Joel Embiid assist number is 4.5 on FanDuel versus 5.5 on Bet365. It's not, though. You have to go into the alt rebounds. So the cool thing about these tools here, see at the bottom right of the screen where it says place 3 bets. What we do is we will pull the odds from every alt market and from like the standard markets. So we'll always pull the best ones. So if you click place 3 bets here, or if you go over to the OddsShopper tools and you just click on any of these, it loads the bet into your bet slip. You don't have to manually find it, which is really helpful. But no, there's the 5.5 is the one we wanted at minus 160. It's going to be an alt at 5.5. Okay. We're showing that that's a plus EV spot. Now, do we have any good my guess is we don't have any good FanDuel baseball number or props, because FanDuel doesn't offer unders on hitters. But what I think we probably could do here is pull a 30% boosted home run on FanDuel and get away with a pretty decent prop. So let's do that. And again, you guys want to use these tools. I'm putting something together now for all the Hall of Famers for April, all this, the OddsShopper users from April that had massive months. But I'll have that tomorrow just to give them their flowers, a little round of applause for an awesome month. But if you want to check the tools out yourself, the portfolio EV, the in-game betting, arbitrage, the liquidity tool where you can tail all of the sharp action across all of the exchanges and prediction markets, and of course the odds screen, which we use every single day, Just use that link below. Snipe 50 will get you 50% off any week or month. And if you're watching on X, use Snipe 50 at OddsShopper.com and grab 50% off. Of course, if you're a new user, your first week is free, and then 50% off anything after that, so long as you use Snipe 50 when you sign up. All right, so check this out. We got to find something on FanDuel. We probably won't have many plus EV spots. Man, Nolan Schaunwell, plus 1260. Now, the reason I'm intrigued by this is not because this guy is a particularly good home run hitter. He's not. But he has 3 on the year. He's a left. You know what, dude? I'm doing this. You guys don't have to like me for it. I don't think you dislike me for it, but you know. But I got to tell you, Davis Martin is very good against righties. He struggles against lefties. He has given up power to lefties. That is a fact. And while Schaunwell is not a particularly good power bat, he clearly has more power against righties. No surprise there. And Davis Martin, if there's one, struggle that we've seen out of this guy, lefties can tag him. They absolutely can. I think I'm going to do it. And of course, this season, not much power allowed at all to lefties or righties. Last year, 1.5 home runs per 9 allowed to lefties. This might be my spot. Where did this fella disappear to? Yep, I'm 30% boosting this to plus 1640. Just did it. And it doesn't hurt either that every other book is off. It's not like the biggest edge. It's a 4% edge. But with the boost, the 30% boost, that edge, dramatically increases. So I like it. What do we still need to, what have we not bet yet? What do we need to bet? We got Bet365, baseball and basketball, right? DraftKings, we got basketball. FanDuel, we got NBA, and we got our 30% boosted home run. So I guess we could go see if we have a DraftKings MLB parlay before we head out. What do you think about that? DraftKings MLB parlay? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go DK MLB. And as I tell you guys, I always try and forewarn people, we're going to have good days, bad days when we're betting boosts like this. Sometimes we get blanked. Other times you can go 1-8 and it completely makes your day. Could make your week. Last month we had a couple where one bet on the week made our entire week. So the DraftKings promo, if it's a 4-leg same game parlay plus, yeah, it is. Okay, so it's any, oh, wait a second. No. How about this? How about this? 20, it is for any parlay or same game parlay. Minimum 4 legs, fine, but this is any parlay. This does not have to be a same game parlay plus on DraftKings. Well, that's beautiful. So let's do it that way then. Let's pull the best spots we have. Perfect, man. Perfect. Jose Soriano under 6.5 Ks. I don't hate that. I think 6.5 is a decent number. It's a big number. His strikeout stuff's been better this year, but I'm still not convinced that Jose Soriano is going to be like an 8 strikeout, 30% strikeout guy. It seems unlikely. Even though he's good. I mean, he's very good. There's no doubt about it. But I'm not convinced that he's going to be that good. It's at minus 107. FanDuel's at minus 120. Penny's at minus 123. Let's throw it in there. Let's throw Soriano in there. Under 6.5 Ks. I would be really curious to see if the portfolio EV model has this as a plus EV bet as well. Let's see, does it? We go into the odds screen for strikeouts. Go to Soriano. Okay, so basically it's no edge at all, which is fine because we're boosting it. Oh, wow, Scooble scratched, huh? They're just going to pull everything now. All right, Soriano under 6.5 Ks. That'll be the first one we get here. We could go with like an all strikeouts parlay. Cam Schlittler under Ks. I don't love that, though. I actually really like his matchup today. Randy Vasquez against San Francisco under 3.5 strikeouts. We do have some good props all the way across the board, though. I'm going to go Will Smith to not record a walk. Best odds are on DraftKings. Okay. And then I'm going to take Chad Patrick over 3.5 Ks. Busch Stadium, someone DM'd me today saying how low it was in strikeouts this year, which a little concerning, but also the Cardinals don't have anybody that can strike anyone out anyway. So maybe that has something to do with it. And then our last prop here to get to 4 legs and a 20% boost. I'm going, yeah, let's have a little fun. Let's get weird. Tanner Bybee over 5.5 hits allowed at plus 107. Wind blowing out. Yeah, I'm doing it. We're going to be able to boost this from plus 1234 to plus 1482. Lock it in. It sucks that they limit you so much on these MLB parlays. It really does. Which is funny. I haven't even had that much success on MLB on DraftKings. NBA, absolutely. MLB, not so much, and yet still. Before we get out of here, let's take a look at the stolen base market. We found some good ones lately. Actually, our ROI on stolen bases has to, I'm going to pull that up. It has to be good. Clearly a small sample, but it has to be good. We're like 3 of 7. You know, I see a lot of sharp bettors, sharp monies when I use the liquidity tool, betting stolen base props. Not surprised by it. There's probably a lot of inefficiency in those markets. How about Matt McClain? I don't hate that. Nowhere close to the rest of the market there. Let's go Matt McClain plus 660 to swipe a bag. What do you say? That's crazy. Look, they only $12 limit on a stolen base prop on DraftKings. That's why FanDuel, at least like everyone calls it Scamdul and stuff, at least they'll let you bet something. Nico Horner plus 475. Hold on a second. Is this right? Guys, look at this. Look at this for a second. FanDuel has this as plus. FanDuel has Nico Horner stolen base at plus 210. And Bet365 is at plus 475. What in the world? DraftKings at plus 305. Yeah, bet this. Grab this. Grab this Nico Horner stolen base prop today. That's crazy. And I know that FanDuel only offers one-way lines, but if they're sitting at plus 210 and we get this at plus 475, that's undoubtedly a spot I'm looking to bet here, without question. And you know what? I bet this moves. Matter of fact, it's at plus 450 now, but I'm still going to grab it. Small bet on this one. I think that'll move even further. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes down to like plus 350 at some point throughout the day, truly. You see this right here? Look at this. plus 210 on FanDuel, plus 475 on Bet365. Yeah, J-Med, okay. Nico stolen base. That's the one I just bet now. And, I mean, surely this guy hasn't been stealing a ton of bases, but he's got 7 swipes on the season. Could be worse. But yeah, where DraftKings and FanDuel are sitting there, that's crazy. Also, I'll tell you what, if you're looking for an under, Ellie De La Cruz under to not record a stolen base, minus 180 on Bet365. That's significant. When you've got FanDuel sitting at plus 182 on the over, these other spots, look, man, I'll tell you, underdog, these are some really like almost predatory numbers. Look at that. Minus 104. Look where they're at on some of these home run bets. It's really egregious. Oh, wow. Mickey Moniak just popped big at plus 650. They must have pulled that. They must have pulled that. Did you guys see that? Plus 650 on Bet365 for Mickey Moniak? That is insane. That's wrong. I'm telling you right now, that is flat out wrong. They are going to move that. They just hung a really bad number. That's crazy. There's simply no way they plus 650. FanDuel. Yeah, FanDuel's, I just clicked in just to make sure. FanDuel's at plus 330. Look at these, plus 306, plus 330, plus 330, plus 376, plus 378. I don't know what Bet365 is doing there, but that is flat out wrong. Just absolutely flat out wrong. 55% edge on this bet. This is why I love this odds screen, man. Right? You're going to be able to pick these off. And look, if he doesn't homer today, yeah, okay. Still, it doesn't matter. Plus, just so you guys understand, it's like if the true odds are plus 384, we're saying that he has a 21% probability of hitting a home run. Bet365 is currently giving this to us at a 13% probability. What does that mean? That in order to win this bet at those odds, you need to win 13% of the time on Bet365, even though the true odds are saying that he hits a home run or that this bet wins over 20% of the time. That's nuts. That's why, like, I'm telling you, when you sit on, like, I'll have this when I'm working throughout the day, I'll just have the screen open. I have this screen open, turn on notifications for portfolio EV bets and stuff like, and just be able to grab really good plus EV stuff. Over time, this is how you make money betting. Yeah, of course, J-Man. Just because if a bet doesn't hit doesn't mean it's a bad bet, of course. No, I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is objectively a very good bet. I don't care if it wins or not. If this bet came up every single day and it was the only bet you ever placed, this specific bet on Bet365 is the only bet you ever placed, you would be extraordinarily profitable. I'm telling you. Like this bet right here, it's the only bet you ever placed. And it doesn't hit 10 days in a row. It doesn't matter. You're still going to be very profitable long term. Oh, Hunter, let me tell you something. This is how everybody should listen to this. This is why the Sharp Money tool is so valuable, because a lot of these sharps that are posting these high liquidity bets, they have information. I'm not saying like they're cheating. I'm saying they have information and on spots that we may not have looked at yet. Like them betting like Red Sox money line. Look what Hunter said. Got Red Sox money line yesterday from the Sharp money tool at plus 200. Down to even because of the Skubal scratch. Do you think that whoever had big money on the Red Sox money line the day before didn't have some inkling that maybe Tarik Skubal wasn't going to start? That's a great call, Hunter. Yeah. By the way, I hope you're liking that tool because we put a lot into it. And that's like when you see stuff like that, and sometimes I'll see a line and then I'll dig a little bit further and go, oh, I see where they're coming from. I see exactly what they're doing here. You know what I mean? And then it makes sense. Like this one, 6,500 on the Timberwolves money line. They're creating a bit of an arbitrage opportunity there as well. That's interesting. I mean, obviously that's a big time plus money bet. You go small on something there, but it absolutely will open the door sometimes for you to be able to see, see through the eyes of some of these sharps that are doing this, for their career, right? Like this is what they're doing to make money. And I don't mean just casually. Like, look at how much liquidity is on some of these spots. Incredible amount. And you already know, just use this. Grab the tools at a big discount, even if you're a returning user. Anyway, good call on that, Hunter. Yeah, that's the way you can find some absurd value. Again, win or lose doesn't matter. You just got to bet it 2-1, and now it's closing at even money. Like, that's crazy. So anyway, as always, you guys are the greatest. Thank you for hanging out. We will be back tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. We'll get some early stuff in. Maybe I'll do the shows earlier on Wednesday and Thursday. You guys let me know. If it's a bunch of early baseball games, I probably will. But aside from that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you over at OddsShopper. Make sure to jump in the Discord. Come hit me up on Twitter if you haven't done so yet. If you have any questions, my DMs are always open at Loughy, Loughy. And I'll see you back here for the next one. Bye-bye.